EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the first play of the game. 53 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
They'll set up a throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Roosevelt Nix, 32 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Falcons, nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. First and 10, Callahan, and he'll be brought down by the Colts. Darren Lee charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms. Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, 57 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
What's good on the extra point? And it's now 14-0. Content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Colts' 42-yard line.
From the gun, Callahan. He completes it to Julio Jones. Touchdown, Falcons.
Pass complete to
Julio Jones. 42 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Plenty of excitement in this stadium and all throughout the league as we kick off another NFL. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Falcons offense set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On first down, Callahan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if he's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's a pickup of 14.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
21. Falcons 7.
Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 58 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Complete to number 30.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Is good.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Colts football, and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback. There's so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin, because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay, because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And it's up and good. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Ridley.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he's got it up and through. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Callahan. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Colts football, and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now he's going to let it go deep, right side, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site.
of the play. The ruling on the field stands.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Todd Gurley.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
To throw on 2nd down. Callahan trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 8 yards there and a 1st down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with now 3 week 1 touchdowns. Point after now from Catanzaro.
Extra point.
And now it's blocked. The Colts have it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
Too easy.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know when that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice. He's got it at the 15. Fights free. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 54 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really...
The big fella! He's at the 50! And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
Complete to
A big-time play there for the Falcons. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Callahan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Gain of 20.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
That catch good for only a couple.
Number 89.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Callahan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Callahan. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Complete to Tom.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead is down to 24. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Colts football, and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
25-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going deep here for Bryant. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 75 yards. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Throwing on first down, Callahan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
58, come on. We own them. We own them.
On first and 10, Callahan. And this is caught at the 8.
Callahan's pass.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 28 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Looking deep for Hilton. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the illegal forward pass also costs them a down, and now it's second and long. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Looking deep for Hilton. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because
got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, 32 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. First down, Callahan, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Complete.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Atlanta.
58, boys, 58, Mike.
Operating from the gun, Callahan over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Callahan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Complete to Hayden Hurst.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
To throw on 2nd down. Callahan under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
For number 89.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. That was a pretty impressive touchdown play. Those broken tackles, those weren't easy to get by.
No, they really weren't. And they've had trouble tackling throughout this ball game. But on this particular play, how about that move? Or I should say moves with an S. Because I don't care if you were a great tackler. You had trouble getting him on the ground on that play.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'll probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Wants a look to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
8-yard pickup. First down, Atlanta.
From the gun, Callahan. And his throw is incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again. And now it's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Callahan. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Callahan. This is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense.
Chandler Catanzaro on for the field goal.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York.
Good. Makes the score Colts 79.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Do something respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 71 yards.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Wants to try to add the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it.
The onside kick recovered by Atlanta.
Throwing on first down. Callahan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
89.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Callahan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Complete to
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
today's final score.
They couldn't ask for a better start to the season than this one, and don't want to put too much stock in it, but a Week 1 win really in the return for a quarterback that they weren't sure would ever get back to what he once was.
And you and I both know there's going to be a lot of debate about whether or not he was looking better today than he has in the past. But what's not up for debate, they won the game. And in the process, I do think he made a lot of people question whether or not he'd be able to come back as a starter. Look just a little bit foolish.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.